Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another Shabra Films video. Today it's a little different. I'm in a garage. It's pouring rain outside and I've set up like a little studio in my garage. And we're going to talk about the Super 73 Field Research Division merchandise. And I thought it'd be kind of fun to go over the different products and to discuss with you guys my opinion, the good and the bad about this entire line. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so if a few of you guys probably saw this too. I got an email a month or so ago saying there was some new merchandise from Super 73. And if you're a Super 73 head like myself, I immediately clicked on the email, took me to the website, I saw the prices, and I was sticker shocked. So I want to get into some of the not so good about the merchandise, but I want to give you guys a little background on how I came to have the entire line. So a couple weeks after I saw the higher sticker price on each particular item, over $200, I basically just didn't do anything. And so a couple weeks went by and the Super 73 marketing team reached out to me and a couple other creators to come up to the headquarters in Irvine, which is like 25 minutes from where I live, and basically just to be able to go through each piece and to try it on, to feel it, to ask questions, and to kind of get a sense of what the line is about. So I get up to Irvine and I basically pick out my favorite jacket from the initial impressions of looking at them. And that was actually the Chisel. That's what this one is called. It's got a hood. And I'm going to go through each jacket in just a minute. But so they basically, told me to pick out what I wanted, to try it on, and to ask some questions. After that, they said, would you be interested in taking or having us ship you one of each jacket and doing a review on it? I've never done a clothing review before, but I thought, why not? I'm in the community. I talk with different people in the community all the time. At group rides and whatnot, and it would be kind of cool to have some sort of information or more knowledge on the pieces to give to them so that they could make an informed decision on if it's worth them spending the money on one of these pieces of clothing. So basically that day I left Super 73 with this particular Chisel jacket, and I wore it a lot. It's been perfect because it's been raining and cold recently. So I've been trying to really, put it through its paces and find out what I like and don't like. I don't want to just come on here and tell you that this is the coolest thing ever and that you should buy it and here's a link in the description to get to it and all of that. I'm not here to do that. So they sent the rest of it to me about a week later, and I've been trying to wear each and every jacket, a different one every day. Having my sister has worn them, my brother-in-law, my wife, my mom's even worn one. I'm trying to get all of their opinions and stuff. And actually, I have a couple of negatives to show you, thanks to my sister Janelle wearing it for a whole weekend and was able to kind of point out some different things. However, there's a lot of positive as well. So anyways, let's get into the good and bad. So I really only have 3 negatives that I've found about this entire line after having it for almost a month. Let's start with the first one. Is going to be the price. Now, since the initial release, if you look at the website, they have actually lowered the prices. I think this one was originally $220 or $225, and now it is, I believe, $180. So they have lowered the price on everything, I think, except for the jersey. And we'll get into why the price is what it is in just a minute. The second negative I would have would be the openings where the pocket is. It's just a little bit tight, a little bit smaller than, if you have bigger hands than mine, and I would say I have medium-sized hands. If you're riding and you need to get something out of the side pockets here on basically all of the jackets, it's a little bit tight. Again, it's all going to be personal preference to the size of your hands and how often you're going in and out of the jacket while you're riding or whatnot. But if it was just like a ½ an inch bigger, that would probably do it for me. So the third downside or third negative I would have, and just trying to be super honest here, would be on the Royce Harrington jacket specifically. This is the one that has the cell phone holder, which we'll get into in just a second when I break down each jacket. But on the holder is got Velcro that keeps the pocket up when you're not using it. On the wrist holder, the wrist strap, I don't do clothing reviews, but the thing that goes around your wrist, if it touches the Velcro, it basically catches, and then over time it's going to keep fraying. So I don't know if you guys can see that super good, but it's starting to have like a little bit of a fray. Obviously, how to avoid that would just be not to let your right wrist touch the Velcro part of the jacket. But anyways, that's one small downside. Again, I don't know how often I would use the cell phone holder option of this jacket. If I was riding, usually I have a GoPro, but I guess if you were going to be making like an Instagram story or something and you want your phone, you know, attached to your jacket, that is a very innovative design that they've made. So while we're talking about the Royce Harrington jacket specifically, this one is one of the jackets that has a little bit more logos on it than other ones. This one actually says Super 73 Field Research Division in the contrast color on the back. That's a good or a bad thing, I guess. I don't mind supporting the brands I like by showing their name. Some of these other pieces I'll show you that's just a small, subtle hit of the logo or the brand. That could be good in the fact that maybe you're an aerial rider, or you ride a different bike brand and you still like the jacket and you want something super high quality and super nice, but you don't want to really be representing a different brand. If that mattered to you, that's kind of cool that you could probably get away with wearing one of these and just have a nice jacket and not worry about brand representation, if that mattered to you, again. So as you can see here, this is how the cell phone would look in the cell phone holder on the Royce Harrington. This is the only coat that they make that has a place for your cell phone that you could put while you're riding. I haven't really seen that before on any other jackets, but I think that's actually really innovative, and you know, somebody came up with a really interesting idea, like, hey, this way you could still make an Instagram story or, you know, record video. It would be in the upright position, so it's not something that you would use for YouTube, but it's kind of a cool place just to hide your phone if you're not going to be filming. You could basically stick it in here and then zip up the little zipper, and now your phone is securely attached to your jacket, but it's not, you know, it's not exposed to other people being able to see it. You could basically have it right there, have an AirPod in, and not have to worry about taking your phone out of your jacket while you're riding. So the next two things I'm going to talk about basically go across the entire line. Is one, they use the high quality YKK zippers. This isn't something that they specifically told me about, but I have heard of that brand. I've seen it on a couple other pieces of jackets that I have. And upon further inspection between all of these different coats, I noticed that they all do use the YKK, which is kind of like a higher end zipper. Basically, it makes it's going to last longer. It's not going to break as easily and whatnot. The second thing is that all the jackets do have some internal pockets, as you can see here, inside of the left opening, there's a pocket, and I'll talk about how it's all water. They have to say water resistant, but I found that it's pretty waterproof. Also, this is the Chisel, has a nice little insulated pocket. All the zippers have this let me see if I can get this on camera. They have this little bit of a taping that when you zip it up, water can't come in. And that has to do with the main zipper, the outside zippers, any zippers on the pockets, and then there's inside taping. I don't know if taping's the right word, but basically where it's seamed, where it's sewed together on all these jackets, it has like a waterproof lining on the inside. So basically you can pour water on it and it's just not going to get you wet. So I guess you can't say they're waterproof, but they're highly water resistant. Okay, why do these jackets cost as much as they do? One is because they're designed in-house. They are not a rebranded or relabeled like Dickies jacket or anything like that. They're basically designed from the ground up. Their team did the sizing. I wear 2X. This is a 2X. These are all 2X jackets, including the jersey, which I'll talk about in just a moment. They have like a motorcycle-inspired design, basically having this little button flap here where you can tighten it to make it so it fits a little tighter around the bottom when you're riding, so the jacket's not blowing up. Second is in the rear down here, it is fitted to a little bit of an arch, and that's so that when you're sitting down on your bike on the seat, that the jacket is kind of held down by your body, as opposed to it sitting up like this and then blowing in the wind. So those are two things that are highly inspired by the whole motorcycle culture and motorcycle apparel. This is the Chisel jacket as well. This is a blue one. When they sent me the line, I already had the black one, so this is a way to show you guys the difference. The hood is detachable. So it has that sweatshirt hood that is detachable by a zip. If you happen to feel like you don't want to have a hood, or maybe it's like a little bit more casual with the hood and you want to look a little bit more formal, then you can detach the hood and now you got a more formal looking jacket. Okay guys, this one is called the Sipes, or the Sips, S-I-P-S varsity jacket. To me, it's a bomber jacket. That's what I've always called this style. It's got a reflective, and all the different logos or anything on these jackets that's printed is actually a reflective logo that you can, if you're riding at night, it's going to pop when a headlight or light hits you. This is, in my opinion, like I said, the bomber jacket. It's probably my second favorite jacket of all of these. Again, this has the inside pocket, and it has snaps over the zipper, so you have basically two lines of protection from anything that's in your pocket. It's also the lining. I don't know the technical names of these things, but the lining's super nice, super soft, and this is just a really heavy coat. This would be really good for Shreddy out in Delaware, or any of my homeboys, Kelvin out in New York. But it's a heavy jacket. So basically, this is one of those jackets that's basically gonna be a little hot for me in Southern California, except for like this particular week where it's pouring rain and it's 54 degrees. Yeah, I know, California, but 54 degrees is cold as hell for us out here. It's got a double zip. So basically, you go down, zip up, and then if you needed to, you can vent it. So, or you can look super cool. So yeah, this is probably my second favorite jacket just from the way it looks. This one has a lot of poofiness inside, probably gonna give you some protection if you were to fall. I wouldn't recommend falling in any jacket that costs over $100, but if you fall, you fall. So anyways, I do like this one, the Sipes varsity jacket. All right guys, so moving right along, this is the next jacket. This is the Vail packable jacket. This is basically probably the most realistic for Southern California. It's more like a raincoat or a windbreaker. It's all of these definitely feel they're made out of like a super nice denim, but it's like I don't know exactly the name. It's just really like a high-end feel. This is like a really nice windbreaker material, and it packs up. So basically, you could throw this in your backpack, and when the sun goes down and it gets a little chilly, you basically just open this up by unzipping, and boom, there's the jacket. It comes in different colors than orange if you're not a fan of orange. However, this is probably super great to have being orange if you're riding, so the cars will see you. And you probably can't miss somebody with this particular color while they're riding. So this jacket does not fully zip down the middle. It's a half zip down the middle, but it does have an interesting little zipper on the side for side entry. Like I said, it does have this side zip thing. I guess it's to give you a little air when you're riding, or just to have an easier way to get the jacket on. One thing I really like about this jacket is that it has, I don't know if you guys remember back in the day, in high school at least, I used to cut my sweatshirt so I could do this. If you put a glove over this and then used the Velcro to cinch it all up, you would basically have a waterproof from your hand up if your gloves are waterproof. So that's a pretty cool feature that this jacket has. You don't have to use the thumb hole. You can just use it regular, and you can leave it uncinched, but it's a pretty cool option that they have out there. This one does have the Field Research Division down the side of the arm, as you can see right here. And it's got two front breast pockets. All of the jackets have these little covers so that the zipper can go and sit right inside. It's these little details that help to make me understand why the jacket costs the price that it does. As well, with the hood, you do have these little, sorry if I'm touching the microphone, you have these little pull strings so that you can cinch it down, tie it up, and boom, yeah. Now we're ready to ride in the rain. Oh, last thing about this jacket is that if it's not packed up into its little packable situation, you do have this zipper back here where you could throw some gloves or a water bottle. So while you're riding, you're able to easily access that and zip it up when you're done. Like I said, this is probably the most practical for Southern California if you're just going to wear it on a regular day. You can even wear it on like a spring or a fall afternoon when you're riding and you just need a little bit more warmth rather than wearing just a t-shirt. Guys, so to round out the jackets, this is called the Anvil. This jacket is basically, in my opinion, one of the more formal looking jackets. You could wear this, out to dinner, obviously on a ride. Again, the motorcycle inspired feel of it has the little button straps down here, so you're able to tighten it up, and as well, it has the tapered rear area so that you can sit on the back of the jacket. Totally motorcycle driven, moto style look that it has. It does have a zipper and buttons for the front, so you can zip it or you can just button it, or you could do both. It has button pocket on this side and a zipper pocket on this side. This is kind of a cool one because it's perfect for like your cell phone. And also I do think that the little tapering that it has kind of shows off a little bit more of a stylish look as opposed to it just not having that. This one does have the Super 73 hit on the wrist. It has the little tiny S right there. And then most of these jackets do have a little tiny bit of a little hit on the side, on the back side, so that when you're riding, somebody with a headlights hitting you, it would have just like a little hit, so that way it kind of lights you up a little bit. Again, super heavy, super high quality. These jackets, all of the jackets just seem like they're made, they're not your typical jacket. And I think that really says something about the brand, trying to, kind of branch out, make something of more of a high-end option for those of you that want to, invest in a nice piece of merchandise. When you spend this I think was normally $200 or $220. Now I believe it's $160. They did lower the prices on all the jackets because they're just trying to get it out to the community members. I think prior they were going to try to sell them in some of the more big box stores, who knows, maybe like Tilly's or something, and they needed to have profit margin for the stores. Now they've decided just to sell it directly to us, which is awesome. Oh yeah, this one does have a little side zip. It's not a huge area, but you could fit your wallet, a few dollars cash, some change, whatever, credit card, driver's license in that area, as well as it has the inside. This is where I keep my cell phone in most of these jackets when I've been wearing them around for the last couple of weeks. And yeah, so, this one also has like a netted mesh insert, if you guys can see that. And that's a good place I've been keeping my masks. So when I go out, I'll have a couple of masks for my kid, and a couple masks for my wife and myself on the other side. So when we're ready to go into a store, I can just pull the mask out and go. But yeah, this jacket I really like. I've actually worn it to a nice sushi restaurant, and I felt like I was high class for that minute. Okay, and to round out the collection, this is the Hoon jersey. This is $80. In my opinion, I'm not really a jersey wearing, in fact, I've never worn a jersey before. So it's a little expensive for being a jersey, I believe. If I was going to spend $80 personally, I would probably put it towards one of these jackets if it was just me. But it is very nice, breathable material. It does have the it has the 7.3 on the back representing. It has a zipper over here on the right sleeve. The only thing about the zipper, if you guys see, it's not easy to open one-handed. I've found that I kind of have to hold that here and then boom. It is a nice size. Pocket. You're able to probably put, your driver's license, credit card, whatever, when you're riding in this little garaged zipper that also does have that same waterproof taping on it. That's one thing I haven't found out if this is particularly waterproof. I know that these ones are. At the end of the video, in just a minute, I will show you guys me dumping a water bottle over the arm of one of these jackets, and they're basically all the same. Obviously, this one stands out to be more of a waterproof windbreaker raincoat, but they all, even the denim feeling jackets, have a water resistance means to them. So as far as this jersey goes, I'm hoping they're going to let me do a giveaway. I would love to give away this jersey, even though it's a 2X. Like I said, they run about 1.5 sizes small. So this is, I'm 5'10", and it's just, a little bit baggy on me. I do appreciate you guys watching this video. If you got this far, please hit the like button. Consider subscribing. I'll have a link in the description to the Field Research Division merch line. I don't make a penny off of it. It's not an affiliate link. They basically lowered the prices from where they were to where they are now, and I think that's kind of like the discount that they're putting out because they're trying to help to get the merch into more people's hands. But yeah, basically, in conclusion, I'm really happy, thankful that the marketing team reached out to me and gave me the opportunity to come up and to check out their clothing, to talk about it, to ask questions, and to take it home for a couple weeks so that I could actually put it to real world use. And luckily, like I said, it's been raining for like the last week and a half. So I've been wearing it in the rain. It's been great. It's been keeping me warm. Now that I've actually had the time to have these for a little bit, I think that I changed my mind as far as when I first initially saw them and the higher price. I was a little bit, standoffish, but now I see where the quality is. The quality, the comfort, the design, all of that goes into making a high quality piece. Now, if you should buy one of these, it's all going to depend on your budget. Obviously, if you're having trouble buying food, you're not going to be buying a $150, $160 jacket. But if you're in the market for a nice coat, jacket, or jersey, check the link down below that I'll put there. Basically, you can kind of see some pictures. I think the only improvement that I would recommend for the Super 73 to do would be to update the photos and maybe put like little video clips or more information, because when I read it, I basically just looked at it like it's just a nice jacket. But now that I've been able to actually use them, I realize that they are, one of a kind pieces, that they've actually designed these from the ground up. So anyways, enough about that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys got something out of it. I don't normally do this kind of video with a backdrop and lights and all this stuff, but I thought I would do that for this video. For the next video, I'll be back on my bike or in my car. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace. All right, guys, so like I said, I was gonna pour a water bottle over it. This is the Chisel, but like this is the one that's kind of like a denim feel. But here, anyways, check it out. Water bottle. Right? Give it a shake. And it's dry. It's literally dry. I don't know what kind of magic, wizardry, whatever. But you could definitely wear this in any kind of rain or whatever. And yeah, not only is my arm dry, but once you brush it off, like the jacket is dry. I mean, what?